Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to Satire Talk. I'm trying not to do this on Sundays, but I kind of got a little busy yesterday, so fuck it. Oh, wait, I'm not wearing a tire. Give me a minute. Alright, that looks good. This is a stupid bit. I mean, this bit might get old, but I'm still gonna do it. Anyway, welcome to Satire Talk. Welcome to Satire Talk. I'm gonna pick something off this list. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna rant about it. It's gonna be more rants than anything else. They're more rants. Which is why I have the foil on my head, so that the lizard people in our government don't try and siphon the rants for fuel. Satire. Anyway, let's see. You know what? I figure we start off strong this time. Let's start off strong. Let's get controversial. Let's talk about Brandon Herrera. Fucking throw the script out. Brandon Herrera. Let's see, and the voice is off. It is off. It's off. Yeah, it's off. My voice changer is off this time. So fuck you guys. Let's talk about Brandon Herrera. So, let's talk about the man of the hour, Brandon Herrera. So, listen. I'm not one of the politics. I'm not one of politics. I'm not. However, it would be fucking hilarious if we got the AK guy in a political seat. It'd be fucking hilarious. All right, and it's his choice. He's doing it. All I'm saying is, let's do it. Let's go ahead and shoot the curve. Let's do it. Right. So apparently, this reasoning for doing this is fairly simple. The person that's representing his district, Tony Gonzalez, who he was voted in to go against gun control and all that, but after the Uvalde incident, he decides to vote towards the old leader of the free world, his gun control bill, right? And we all know, at least in this channel, that gun control isn't about guns. It's about control. So I'll be honest here. It's about control, right? It's about control. But I figured, you know what? He probably doesn't know any better. Maybe he's just doing it, because he's just doing it because he feels it's the right thing to do. However, what threw that out the window was his comment stating, "I would do it twice." Yeah, no, you're not. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. No. I can understand if you do it once because you feel it's the right thing to do, but it's not. But when you decide to say you do it twice, basically going against your promise of why you were voted into office, basically stating, I know what this is, and it's not okay. Shut the fuck up. Donation truck. Stating that, hey, I'm gonna do it anyway, even though my promise was against gun control. Yeah, you kind of ruined that level of trust and why we voted for your ass and your seat. So yeah, no, that's just it's not about the guns. It's about a message, about sending a message that your ass works for us, not the other way around. Okay. So it would be funny if we got the AK guy in office, at least not in the presidential seat, into a congressional seat of some sort. He's already stated he's not making a career out of this by any means. But it'd be fucking hilarious. Think about it. Some man who knows a lot about firearms getting into a provisional seat in government. There's already memes about this too, just being spouted all over the internet. Like, there's some dude in this phone, and he's like, "This is the AOC. I just want to talk." And then there's the CIA of "We just want to talk to you," stuff like that. So yeah, it's always fucking hilarious. It's always funny. Brandon Herrera. All I can say is, let's go, Brandon. Let's just do it. Let's go, Brandon. Let's get this happen. I'm not going to be able to vote for him because I do not live in the 23rd district of Texas. I live in a different district. However, I am going to give him my moral support, and that's pretty much all I can give. Because the last time somebody donated money, last time a good person donated money to any political office, that person who donated money was genuinely a good person, got ridiculed on Twitter a million times over. And you know what? He's still going on strong. So yeah, I'm not donating any money, but I am going to give moral support. Not only that, but I'm also broke, so what can you do? But I am going to give moral support out there. I think it is possible we can do this. I think we can stick it to the government and get this man into a congressional seat. It'd be fucking funny. If you want to give him support, go to bunkerbranding.com. He has a shirt line, or you can donate to his campaign. Alexa, stop. Oh, my fucking alarms. I'm about to shove an EMP in the atmosphere. That's a joke, by the way. Like I said, satire. But, yeah, I think we should do this. Go support him. Brandon Herrera. Otherwise, yeah, just Brandon Herrera. Go to his channel. You should find his links. You should be able to find his links and all that stuff. All right, next up on the list. Let's see. I feel like we talked about that long enough. Yeah, the Rainbow Six shotgun rework. Like I said, we're starting off strong. We're starting off strong. We're starting off strong and going into the weak-minded stuff. So yeah, the shotgun rework. Let's talk about it. So the only way I feel like I can properly talk about this with you people is if I show you. Right? Is if I show you. Right? Let's see. Trigger gaming experience. Okay, so he did a short about this.
So, dude.
Shut up. Okay, so let's talk about this. So apparently Rainbow Six Siege is doing a shotgun rework. Coming season, Operation Heavy Metal. Fucking millionth season in a row. I really don't care. But the shotgun rework is supposed to make shotguns more consistent. Let's see. Shotgun rework. R6. So if we go to, if we can find, okay, we're gonna ignore all this bullshit here. Okay, so says it right here. Every shotgun, excluding the Boss G, the TCSG, and the ACS, which are the slug shotties, have the following changes. Ranges are normalized into 3 stages. 0 to 5 meters, each pellet deals 100% of the base damage. So this is the close range stuff. Round the corner, somebody's just around the corner, blast them with buckshot, they're most likely going to die. 6 to 10 meters, 75% of base damage. So 6 to 10 meters, it's going to hit, you're going to feel some pain, but other than that, you're good. And 13 meters and above, 45% base damage. So you're gonna feel it, but at the same time, you're not. You know, headshot modifier, each pellet is getting a headshot modifier, deals 1.5 damage after its range modifier. Hip fire spread has been revisited and redistributed across the board. Shooting while aiming on sight results in a tighter spread across the board. Note that the effect is not new, just increased to reward players when aiming on sight. Moving increases spread. So, if you're aimed down sight or hip fired, and if you move, the spread is going to increase. If you're hip fired, it's going to increase to the max if you're moving. If you're ADS, it's going to increase slightly. So this is to make them more consistent, okay? This is to make them more consistent. Now read this. This is a big pass on every classical shotgun in the game. With these changes, we added consistency and something you can learn. Ranges are normalized based on average kill distance in game, as well as the Mossberg 590A1, which we know is the favorite at this time. The goal here is to reward good practice for aiming for the head and holding angles. These changes are aimed at making shotguns less spray and pray and more worthy as an option without removing what is currently working. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. Now, I know what that title says. I know what this title says. I'm going to let it play.
You're not going to believe what I learned about shotguns and heavy metal. So I went into the shooting range, I put the laser sight on, and then I counted how many times I one-shotted targets from a certain distance. In this case, it was 8 meters. The French pump shotgun will never fail to one-shot at 8 meters if you hit the chest. But one shotgun that would give me a hard time 5 out of 30 times was the British M590. So that begged the question, just at what point does the French pump shotgun start to fall off? And does the M590 suffer in comparison? And the answer to that question is yes, it does. At a distance of 11 meters with the laser sight ADS at the chest, the M590 smokes shotgun will whiff. It will not one-shot half of the time, as opposed to the French pump shotgun, which will only whiff twice, 2 times out of 30 shots. The Supernova whiffed 3 times. The M870 whiffed 7 times. You're not going to believe what I...
Okay, so, with that in mind, those are the most common used shotguns. 11 meters is your common range you're going to take these gunfights at, without question. So, if you take into account what is happening, we take into account that, plus the consistency change, the M590 just went to being one of the best shotguns to being one of the worst shotguns, at least pump-wise. The semi-autos will always be worse than the pump shotguns to a degree. However, the one thing that makes them better is the rapid fire rate. Whereas this will make it one of the worst pump shotguns. The Supernova and the French shotty were always good. It's just now they're even better. So, that's fun. That's fun and dandy. That's fun and dandy, right? Just all the stats you worked on, all of a sudden just gone out the window, right? Yeah, that's always fun. I think I'm going to leave that there and leave it to your discussion. How about that? So next up on the list. Yeah. This one's for the guys out there. Maybe for the gals. Who knows? Hang on, my eyes are fucked up. I'm going to clean my glasses. Give me a minute. I know I look hideous without my glasses. I look disgusting without my glasses. I know. I look gross. Also, one time heads up. If you're trying to subscribe to me on live stream, or if you're subscribed to me and it's not showing up on my feed, you are subscribed to me but you're not showing up on my feed, it's because there's a privacy setting on your channel where when you subscribe to other channels, it doesn't show. So in order to get recognition, you have turn that setting off. Simple as that. If you don't want any recognition, you want to be privatized, that's fine, but you gotta turn that setting off regardless. You gotta turn that setting off if you want recognition on this channel. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Turn it off, it might pop up. If you turn it off and it still does it, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I tried finding a way around it, and there isn't a way around it. So, this one is for the guys and the gals out there when you're doing your nice and lovely drug test. I have had this experience as of late. Going in, you're doing your analysis. You do your analysis for, test of whatever kind. Say it's a drug test. Let's just say it's a drug test. And then you get a little dribble in the cup. And then all of a sudden it's just not working, right? Now, I've always been good with peeing in the cup or whatever. I've always been good at that. Until as of recently, when I went to go do a drug test. And when I went to go do a test, I got a little dribble in the cup. Next thing you know, nothing was happening. So I was like, shit. So I pulled up my pants, held the cup in hand, and I was like, I'm going to wait outside, wait in the little lobby, and just wait until it was ready. Until I was ready to go. Until I was ready to go. And it took me 3 hours until it was finally ready to go. Here's a tip for people out there. Before you go get your drug test, drink plenty of water. Just drink plenty of water. Don't drink any Gatorade or anything else. Just drink plenty of water. Or if you know any tea that helps you pee, that'll work too. Just drink plenty of stuff that makes you piss before you go do your drug test. Or whatever test you gotta do. Just go do that. I didn't realize the trouble until it actually happened to me. I knew it was a problem. I know it's a problem. But I didn't realize it was actually a trouble problem until it happened to me. Okay. Until it happened to me. Anyway, we're going to move on from that. We're almost done with this. This stream might not be as long as I thought it would be. Shit. Because I'm just running through this list. I know what we can talk about. Plans for the future. Let's go and kick it down a notch. Plans for the future, right? What am I going to do in the future? Now, I've always been asking my friends, why don't you play with us in Arma? Or shit like that. Just because I want to be able to know what I'm doing. Don't get me wrong, I like Arma. It's a good tactical first-person shooter. Unlike Siege, it's tactical, open range, and it will always run at 25 frames per second, whether you like it or not. However, you gotta understand. You gotta understand something. That, you gotta understand something. My friends who do play Arma, the 41st, which I mentioned in the community tab, go check out those links in the community tab. They're really nice bunch of people. If you're looking for a Star Wars Arma 3 unit to play around with, have fun with, they're really nice people. But I'm looking for something a little less complex, more relaxed, more down to center, more down to chill, more chiller. Don't get me wrong, they're very nice people. It's just that they're more strict on some rules than others. And I'd rather, if I'm going to get back into Arma, I'd rather be in a more casual setting. And I'm trying to get into this one group. I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to name what it is because I'm not in it yet. Okay? Till I'm in it, I'm not saying what it is. But I'm trying to find a casual group out there. No bullshit. No fucking around. Or at least there's fuckery about something I can make content out of. Just funny content out of. Because Arma 3 has potential. Don't get me wrong. The 41st, I knew them since I was in the 91st GARC. The 41st is independent. But, I mean, it's just, I want to be in something more casual, you know, so I can at least get grounded. So at least get my boots wet, know what I'm doing, and then start from there, and then just, you know, do the experience stuff and all that, you know, later on. I have plans to get into a PvP Vietnam server. where it's just AI and players, both sides of the coin, fucking around, stuff like that. And then there's the I just want to play as VC. Like, don't get me wrong, I like playing as the Americans all day, every day, USA. But the VC, just fuck around, just issue that speaking in the trees type shit, But I want to do that after I know what I'm doing in a basic sense. If I don't know what I'm doing in a basic sense, how can I get into the experience stuff? I want to be in a more casual environment. Even if they're willing to teach me, I'd rather be in a more casual environment with people that I know are chill. Simple as that. God, we are running through these topics. Fuck. This might be one of the shorter streams that I ever had. The reason why I made a list was just to keep this an hour-long conversation. At least have it an hour long. Fuck. Let's see on the list. CPR songs. Well, use them in your head. Bring people to life doing that 1, 2, 3 type of stuff. But I have a new one for you, and you're going to like this one. You're going to like this one. I'm only going to play a little bit of it, since it could get me copywritten. I'm only going to play a little bit of it. Just imagine, like, CPR songs have to have at least... They have to have at least 100 beats per minute to be a successful CPR song, right? Because you're trying to get someone alive. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? So, you can tell me now, or you can tell me in the comments later. But, just imagine. Just imagine.
Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute. Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it. Floors, doors, walls, halls, white sidewall, tires, and old golf balls. Sinks, stoves, bathtubs, he'll do. He'll even help clean laundry too. Mr. Clean, clean, dirt and clean, grease in just a minute. Mr. Clean, clean your whole, clean your dirty mole. Faster than a flash. Mr. Dirty Mole.
Well, hold on, Squire. Those are my dirty balls.
He'll make it anything.
Just a minute.
Dirty Mole.
Here is my balls.
Dirty Mole.
Swap my fucking balls, Johnson.
Dirty Mole.
Scrub them like your daddy kissed you.
Dirty Mole. Dirty Mole.
Okay. That's all I'm going to play of that. But I think you get the idea. I think you get the idea. Because some CPR songs out there are, you got like, here. You got this.
Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are thumping. And the jam is another one bites the dust. Another one. Sweet home Alabama.
Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll.
Keep it under 30 to avoid copyright. Yeah, I know. But these are some of the ones. These are some of the CPR songs that you hear of constantly. These are some of the ones that you think of. And then if you think of this song, I just played it earlier. You can wind back the DVR and run it back. But this, if you think about it, and if you push your hand to the beat of it, which it's exactly the same pace you need to jump someone's heart, essentially. So yeah, Mr. Dirty Balls, a good CPR song. Something to think about. Something to think about. Glad I'm ruining your day. Nathaniel Lee, keep it in a 30 avoid copyright. Yeah, I know. God, I am just running through these. Son of a bitch. I am just running through these. Then again, this is a Sunday. These are meant to be short, simple, sweet satire bullshit. And no, my voice changer is not on. Not on this time. Like it accidentally was. No, it's totally intentional. I was intentionally keeping my voice changer on. My voice changer was meant to be on last time. But this time it's not. And I'm going to keep it that way for the rest of these satire talks. Let's see. Oh man, I got a really good, memorable flashback for you. Alright, so imagine like 2000s era like stuff, right? You're on your laptop, your old Toshiba laptop or whatever. It's Windows 8, you know, Windows 8, Windows 7. You're using Movie Maker. Here, I'll just show you. This is gonna fuck up my recommended, but here. You would make stuff like old how to so you would make, yeah, Movie Maker, learn Movie Maker in 9 minutes. Here, let me find one that exactly exemplifies what I'm talking about. Oh god, you can't even find them anymore. You use these old, fucking Christ, old epic musics. Movie Maker would teach you this stuff, you know. It's just vintage YouTube, right? Vintage YouTube. Oh shit, it wasn't on. But vintage YouTube. You would use old style like themes, all this stuff. You would do it for a class project, or you could do it for like YouTube. And it was great. Windows Movie Maker was the shit back then. If you couldn't avoid Adobe, like Adobe software, that's what you would use. And it worked. You made it work. You made it work. It was difficult, but you figured out how to do it. Okay? And you would always say Windows Movie Maker was the greatest software ever made at that time period. At least editing software, right? The same with MS Paint. Let me show you some of the art that MS Painters make. Right? Like they would make some unique art, right? Just unique stuff. Like, this is what you would see. Something like this, or something like this. You know, stuff like this. Stuff like this. And it was so basic in the end. So basic. But you figured out how to make it work. You figured out how to make it work, right? You figured out how to make it work. Nowadays, this stuff doesn't exist anymore. It still does in your computer, but it's not supported anymore. Right? Not supported anymore. It's not supported anymore. And schools nowadays are having trouble getting Windows Movie Maker because some of them don't want to pay for... They don't want to pay for Adobe because it's too expensive. Some of them are not funded enough. They're trying to figure out how to get Windows Movie Maker on the cheap, on the fly, you know, or something like that that's actually good. But they can't because it's not that great. All the other ones aren't that great. But hey, at the time, you figured it out. You used Movie Maker and you used MS Paint. You used MS Windows Movie Maker and you used MS Paint. Have you ever seen the Ringo Starr's MS Paint art? No, I have not. Hang on, now you got me curious. MS Paint art. Now you got me curious. Oh my god, this is an actual thing? What the fuck? Holy shit. That's kind of cursed, but it's okay. It's trippy. I will say that it's trippy. It's very trippy. It's very trippy. It looks like some like album cover. $6,000. Jesus fucking Christ. It's pretty bad. He found it soothing. Hey, if it works for the man, it works. But it's pretty cursed. But hey, it's Ringo Starr. Of course, it's gonna sell for $6,000. It's Ringo Starr. He's like, what has he done? It's Ringo. Yeah, he's a fucking English musician, songwriter, and actor. Who was a drummer for the Beatles. It's Ringo. Of course it's gonna happen. It's fucking Ringo. Right? It's Ringo. You know? Like, it's Ringo Starr. But yeah, you know, I mean, of course it's gonna sell for like $6,000. Yeah, he's from the Beatles. Yeah, of course. I know that. Look, I was raised on the Beatles and Pantera and all this. I was raised on classic rock, heavy metal and stuff by my mother. I know what the Beatles is. It's Ringo Starr, dude. Of course. It's very of course stuff. Very of course stuff. Very much that stuff. Very much that stuff. Very much amazing. Yeah, that's pretty cursed. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty cursed. But let's see. Now don't forget, subscribe, like, check out my other stuff, live streams, videos, stuff like that. Check out my other stuff in the links down below. Gotta say that. Make sure to hit the notification bell when you subscribe. Stuff like that. I gotta say that, which I shouldn't. But I have to, you know. We all have to. Let's see. No, I have nothing else to talk about. I'm saving some stuff for next week or the week after, depending on when I get the next one. If I have nothing to talk about in a satire talk, I just don't do it. Simple as that. I move it on the next week. If I plan on having like guests, like friends or whatever on, that'll be like just on the spot stuff. It's not going to be anything unusual. But yeah. Yeah. So go ahead, check out, like, subscribe, comment. Be sure to hit the notification bell. And if you subscribe during a live stream or before the live stream or after, be sure you turn off the privacy setting so that you can get recognized on my channel. Otherwise, I just can't do anything about that. I've tried to go around it, try to work a way around it. You can't. It's just YouTube being YouTube, I guess. But yeah, I think it's going to be it. It's going to be really short satire talk. Thank you, Nathaniel Lee, for coming on. You know, I guess you're our guest. I don't know. But thank you for stopping by, you know. Anyway, thank you all for stopping by, watching, all that. I'll see you later. Peace.